Does anyone remember food? It's that stuff you used to eat for Sunday dinner at your grandmother's house. Food is sacred. It comes from the earth. It sustains not just life, but health as well. It's the cornerstone of family life, time shared connecting, communing, and forming lifelong emotional ties. But at some point in the past 3 decades, our food ceased to be just that, food, and became instead some sort of bizarre science experiment. Take bread, for example. You really only need 3 things to make bread: flour, yeast, and water. Now, just for fun, you could add some herbs, spices, olive oil, or a pinch of salt. So why did the loaf of bread I bought at the supermarket the other day contain 33 different ingredients? Well, some of the ingredients were vitamins that were added to replace the vitamins that were lost during processing. The bran, the fiber, and most of the vitamins and minerals get stripped away and needs to be factored back in. Since processed white flour doesn't taste like much of anything, gums and dough conditioners are added to make it soft, and high fructose corn syrup, the world's most inexpensive sweetener, is added to appeal to America's voracious sweet tooth. Nitrates and nitrites, which are known carcinogens, are included to retard spoilage. Somewhere far down the ingredient list is whole grain wheat, just enough to enable the manufacturer to slap a label on the package that says, "Contains whole grains." What would you expect to find in a can of tomato soup? Tomatoes, vegetable stock, spices? Well, how about again, high fructose corn syrup? It's listed as the 2nd ingredient by volume, right after tomatoes, on most popular brands of tomato soup. Many brands of spaghetti sauce contain as much sugar per serving as heavily sweetened children's cereals. We are a nation of sugar addicts. The average person in the U.S. consumes 150 to 175 pounds of sugar per year. Because the sugar is hidden in virtually every processed food, including some that we don't perceive as especially sweet, most people are unaware of how much sugar they're actually eating. To further confuse the issue, sugar bears many different names on an ingredient list: dextrose, glucose, fructose, lactose, corn syrup, maple sugar, honey, invert sugar, maltose, sorbitol dextrin, fruit juice concentrated, maltodextrin, and those are just the ones that I can pronounce. What would you expect to find in a package of frozen broccoli with cheese sauce? Broccoli and cheese, right? Well, think again. The package I bought contains over 30 ingredients, including 2 types of sweeteners and a whopping 490 milligrams of salt. Microwave popcorn, anyone? It contains an ingredient called diacetyl, which adds the flavor of butter or creaminess to prepared and packaged foods. According to OSHA, diacetyl can cause cumulative lung damage. Manufacturers aren't required to list this ingredient on packaging because it's generally recognized as safe by the FDA. They merely indicate that the product contains natural and artificial flavorings without being required to specify which type. There are over 14,000 synthetically prepared chemicals approved by the FDA as food additives. Many are known or suspected to cause cancer, asthma, liver and kidney problems, fetal abnormalities, and hyperactivity and learning problems in children. Some additives deemed safe by our FDA are banned in other countries. Additives are typically tested individually, but as we've seen, they're invariably used in combination with other additives, and their adverse effects worsen in combination. Heavy consumers of industrial foods place themselves at the most risk, and perhaps the larger concern is the workforce population that handles this chemistry. It's really anyone's guess how these scientifically engineered foods will impact our health and longevity. The study of how food additives affect our physiology is inconclusive. The study of how food additives affect our psychological well-being is still in its infancy. Each of us has an obligation to eat mindfully, to read labels, and educate ourselves about what we're really putting into our bodies. As a general rule, avoid food that contains more than a few ingredients. A big block of fine print type is your first clue that you've selected an inferior product full of cheap fillers, preservatives, and artificial everything. Shop the perimeter of the grocery store to select fresh, single-ingredient foods and avoid the canned and boxed processed food in the interior aisles. Our best hope for having these harmful and nutritionally void ingredients removed from our food supply lies in simply not purchasing them. Consumer backlash against the inclusion of trans fat in industrial foods has led to a drastic reduction of their use. Make an investment in your own health and that of your loved ones by choosing fresh, whole, or minimally processed foods. For Endless Youth in Life, I'm Jane Morse.